Freedom of speech and censorship. Purpose of the speech is to educate readers on the importance of governmental intervention and related to freedom of speech. Although often viewed upon as violation of privacy and privilege, government regulation of freedom of speech is important in maintaining the safety and security of the public. Freedom of speech, privacy, and privilege, or public safety, those are questions we must ask ourselves as we engage in debate in regard to our expectations and policies put in place by the law. As a member of society, as someone who has spent years serving our country, I can say with certainty that restrictions of the individual privileges are often needed in order to benefit the nation as a whole. I feel as if being in the military, we often sacrifice public safety, so this helps me understand why there's a need and well understood the views and perspective of society. With the increase in technology, access to information easier than ever before. However, access and availability to information does not mean that the information is correct or helps serve the greater good. The topic, freedom of speech, especially as it relates to social media, censorship, and advocacy, is one that is important in promoting social justice. I think to promote protection of people and control the threats of domestic terrorism, and even in helping to create a barrier of cyber bullying and other forms of speech that have caused harm to others, we must have limitations. In the speech, we will discuss just how free speech does not give us the right to be free in our communication. I think that it's important to remember that not every opinion or statement is a valid one, so we must be mindful of the agenda of others who engage in dissemination of information, especially to the masses. I think that this topic will help the audience to understand just how we should advocate for free speech in a manner that benefits society, not cause harm either. Speech to help educate and bring awareness by providing a solution to a problem, not to build allegiance to disrupt society or cause conflict, needs to be managed, which is why it's important to note that free speech is guaranteed, but not mean that we are free to incite violence or tear down society and its efforts to protect the peace. In this speech, we will learn more about the limitations in free speech and how to help enhance solidarity, equality, and social justice. The first priority discussion on the topic free speech, it defines the rights that we are granted under the Constitution. In the publication Human Rights Magazine, we learned that the Article 19 gives each and every human the ability to express themselves without government interference, except from instances where speech causes violence or briefing peace. Controversial debates and application of the law in regard to freedom of speech has been seen in many environments. We see how censorship from music and movies needs to be banned, ensure that they limit access to information based on the age and maturity. Furthermore, we also see how freedom of speech has been needed to promote peace and eliminate potential acts of terrorism and cyberbullying. Why does this issue problem exist? What is one causes of a reason why issue? Point of view, although we want our citizenship citizens to be able to express themselves. Culture, different beliefs and values provide an opportunity for conflict. If this process is not managed properly, therefore government monitoring is needed, which we can think about the need to monitor and limit free speech and examples that involve parents' rights, education, and against laws such as abortion, sex, education, and national security. In any of these scenarios, what we share has potential to harm others in various ways. For example, oftentimes in education there has to be improvement for a list for reading. While the goal is to provide students with resources, we must do so in a manner to promote inclusion, culture, not to cause others to be discriminated upon. Restriction of free speech has to promote equality and add value to the learning process. Often parents may speak out against activities to do with that do not represent accuracy in the Pacific culture, or because they feel as if the parents' rights are violated because of the content of the material. Another cause of need and restriction is to promote national security. Just think of the world in which everyone could say what they want, and how access to information knowledge through technology will bring out the ability to spread our ideas to anyone. This would not be good in a scenario we could imagine. Next, we will discuss the possibility solution that there were able to balance issues with the interpretation of application of free speech. Resolving the issue is how to get anyone on the same page as it relates to need for more limitation, and as it regulates free speech, which means we must share the values and ideals for a subject. I feel as a solution should be of those that bring about solidarity. Acknowledge that the ability to have our separate views, but maintain the peace of the public.